Do you still start sweating when it comes to up strums? Well, I realise that up strums or up strummings can be a bit tricky for beginner guitarists, and I want to just show a couple of things that we can work on to get them a little bit better and to give you more confidence when you're playing your guitar. Now at the end of this, I'm going to answer a few common questions beginners have about strumming. Now first of all, let's just talk about your strumming hand, your strumming arm, and one of the things you want to avoid is having a stiff arm, especially from here, kind of being all tense and really tight, because that's going to give you something pretty horrible like this, right? Which is not what we want. And so we want to kind of try. I know it's difficult at first when you're starting out. There's so much to learn, and there's something else now with your strumming hand, but it will take a bit of time for you to get relaxed with this arm. So because you're kind of having this whole thing relatively light, and this part here, this part of your arm is resting gently on this bit of the guitar here, so that you can do this, right? And your wrist is nice and loose as well. You don't want a tight wrist like that. And also being careful with your plectrum too. Don't hold it too tightly. No, don't have a vice-like grip or anything like that. Try and keep a gentle grip on your plectrum. And if you don't really know how to hold a plectrum, you can check out this video here. Now for this tutorial, we are not going to be using chords, because we're going to just be focusing on this hand here. This is my right hand, this is my strumming hand. Obviously if you're left-handed, you're going to be strumming with your left hand. And just a word about this is a little hairband of from my little girl. It's about time I use something of hers, because she keeps nicking all my plectrums. And because we're not going to use chords in this, right? For the moment, for the very first part, we're not going to use chords. We're just going to be focusing on this hand and getting the patterns sounding quite right. Sounding quite right, sounding quite good. But let's talk about a bit of rhythm. Now, in guitar strumming, you've got on beats and off beats. So for example, if we're talking about, if we're just talking about 4/4 time, that's when there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 beats in a bar. The on beats are where there is a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are on the beat. Okay. Now the off beats, this is the strumming that goes up. Okay. So if we had a chord progression, quite often you might see 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. Okay, and that and would be the off beat. That's when you're going up on your strumming. So if we were just doing that, right? So if we were going down strums, it would just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we were adding some ands, if you saw it like in this particular progression, this little diagram here, it's just going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And so all those ands are on the off beat. Okay, so here's the practice routine that I want you to follow. And we're going to be playing this through twice when I demo it. And it's like this. So you've got 2 bars. Okay, so the first 2 bars is just going to be down strums, just to get you into the flow. The second 2 bars is going to be 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. The third set will be 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. The fourth set will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then finally it will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And so this is good practice for you. It gets you started playing without focusing on chords. So we're just focusing on this. And I think this is a great idea, just to sometimes forget about what your strumming hand is doing. That's why I've got this little fluffy thing here. And just focus on your strumming. So here we go. I'm going to start metronome. 60 beats per minute, 1 strum per second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I think that's a really good bit of focused practice. And I think, like with all new things, especially when it's focused, it's going to be slow work. So it's going to take some time for you to get used to the idea of just focusing on this hand and nothing else, and getting used to the up strums. Now, just a kind of a quick note about up strums. And the thing is, I think a lot of people, when they're starting out, think that it's really important to get all of the strings when they're coming up, but it's not. What usually happens is, and you'll find this with time, I certainly think, with time, because it's certainly, I mean, I think when I was starting out, I was also trying to strum everything, but I think over time, as I got better at playing, I found it a lot easier. And why I understood that was because when I was coming up, I was really only playing maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 strings as I came back up. And so, you know, you'd have a nice steady down strum, but when you're coming up, it's kind of your beautiful little glide, you know, as you come up. So it's kind of like that, and then gliding up. It's beautiful. But I think, I've got to stress this, it's going to take time. Don't think it's going to be perfect immediately. You're going to have to put a lot of focused practice into this, and practicing along with a metronome is going to really help you. So now we're going to integrate a chord, all right? And because we're going to start looking at a few common strumming patterns. Okay, here's the first basic strumming pattern here. And as I said, we're using the A major chord.
I love it.
We've taken off the fluffy thing, and we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4 and. 1, 2, 3, 4 and. And let's put the metronome on and keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 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 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Okay, the next strumming pattern is 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 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 4 and... Next one, I like this next one. I think it's a really great rhythm strumming pattern. I think it's one of the first ones I actually ever learned. And it's 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Here we go. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 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 1, 2 and 3, 4 and... And this one I think is probably the trickiest of all of the 4 strumming patterns because we're missing out a beat. So what we're playing here, we're playing 1, 2 and... Alright, so you can see on the 3, we're not playing the 3, but we are playing the 3 and. Okay, just the and of the third part, and then 4 and. So 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and. Have a listen to this. 1, 2 and 4 and 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 1, 2 and 4 and... For some practice with those strumming patterns, check out this link here. Here are a load of 12-bar blues backing chord progressions, and they're pretty slow and they're in different keys, so you can practice with G, C and D, A, D and E, and it'll give you a chance to try out some of these different strumming patterns. Now before you do go ahead and click away, here are a few Q&As. So a couple of questions here that I've had. Why do my up strums feel stiff or awkward? Well, I think most beginners grip the pick too tightly. They're really grabbing hold of this thing like their life depends on it. And you know, this just makes the wrist and the elbow kind of really tense. And if you pick up your plectrum, guitar pick, whatever you call it, and actually do it, if you notice how tense you get here, which doesn't really allow for much kind of gentle flexibility when you're strumming. So a looser grip, I think that will make for a relaxed wrist and create much smoother up strums. So something you could try is maybe using a thinner, a more flexible plectrum. You know, there on your plectrum, if you look on the plectrum, there's got a little number on there that tells you how thick it is. And if you get something that's like 0.50 millimeters, I think that's a pretty good, it's not too thin, but I think it's a good size for you, and it can help reduce resistance when you're doing the up strums. I think it's a good idea. Another question is, am I overthinking up strums? And the answer is probably yes. I think many beginner guitarists think that up strums are some sort of completely separate entity, some separate technique altogether, but really they shouldn't be. It's just the hand coming back up after a down strum. And once you stop treating it as some sort of special move, then I think this can kind of get easier. So you could think of your strumming hand as like a plectrum, as a pendulum. Keep it moving up and down in time, even when you don't hit the strings. One of the things that I find myself doing when I'm strumming, and you may have noticed it during some of those strumming practice patterns, was that when I wasn't playing, I was kind of keeping the hand going, and it kind of helps me to keep in time with myself or with a metronome. Why does my pick keep flipping or slipping when I strum up? And I think that usually comes down to the vice-like grip that you might have and the pick choice. So if your pick keeps rotating, try adjusting how you hold it or switch to a thinner, more flexible pick. And there's a video about how to hold a plectrum right here that you can click onto. Why does my strumming hand stop and start instead of flowing? Well, beginning guitarists often pause between strums, and the trick is to keep your hand moving, like a pendulum, even if you're not hitting all the strings on every beat. And I think this builds muscle memory as you progress and as your rhythm becomes more natural. So a simple fix might be quite simply to slow everything right down. See, practice just one chord and only up strums until the motion feels smooth, and then gradually add rhythm and full strumming patterns. Because, as I said, this is slow work, and you see how we integrated the up strums with the down strums. Like first we just played 4 down strums, then we added on the next 2 bars 1 up strum. That's a nice bit of slow work to slowly integrate your up strumming. Am I just trying to do too much too soon? Yeah, possibly. Because I think a lot of beginners try to jump into lots of difficult strumming patterns and whole songs, and when it doesn't go right, that's when it becomes frustrating. It becomes overwhelming. So start simple. Practice short exercises like we've done here today. Practice just up strums. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, just go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I would definitely say use a metronome to keep time. And aim for small wins. Imagine just getting 10 up strums all in a row perfectly. That's a small win and a great thing to kind of cheer yourself on with. So, I think up strums, feel very awkward at first because of tension, overthinking, pick problems, rhythm breaks, and just trying to rush progress. So simple fixes: use a thin, flexible pick, strum from the wrists, not the arm, keep your hand moving like a pendulum, practice slowly on 1 chord. And maybe you could also think about exaggerating at first, exaggerating the movement, and then refining that movement as you go. And I'll definitely start recommending that you use, I definitely recommend that you start using a metronome and set, small goals, having the tempo quite slow. 60 beats per minute, I think, is a really good tempo. 1 strum per second, I think, is great. And just basically with consistent, relaxed practice, up strums will stop feeling like some kind of stumbling block and something that has to be treated differently as some kind of separate technique. It'll start flowing the more you practice. If you got value out of this, why not click the like button and the subscribe button, and check out these videos here. These are my backing tracks that you can play along to. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy strumming.